Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Justin and I are in Sauk City at Courtesy Ford. Now, this is our first time here, and maybe it'll be your first time too, so stick around and meet those folks with us later. Right now, though, we're talking food. Gotta love that. Prairie House Food and Spirits is just down the street, actually from Courtesy Ford, just 5 minutes away. And joining us, we have the head chef, Joel, and the sous chef, Paul. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us today.
So Prairie House Food and Spirits is known mostly for lunches and dinners, but you've got something new on the menu right now.
Yeah, we have a new breakfast menu rolling out. We're going to be having different specials with it, a little bit different than your standard breakfast menu.
I gotta say, breakfast is, I think, my favorite meal. Will you do omelets?
Oh, of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
That's my thing. Love those.
Can you give us a little bit of a preview of what we can expect to see on that menu?
Doing some country fried steak,
Okay.
hand battered in-house. We're going to be doing different types of sandwiches. Going to be Monte Cristos, steak sandwiches, steak and eggs, different things like that.
Wow, if that doesn't get your mouth watering, I'm not sure what is. You better check your pulse. So you guys are also going to be doing banquets, and this is kind of a relatively new thing for the Prairie House as well. Tell us a little bit about what you can offer folks who are maybe looking to have some sort of get-together there.
We're looking to we have a 100-person banquet facility upstairs. It has pretty much a wine bar, a bar upstairs. We can cater to anything and everything that you'd like. There's really not an item that we can't figure out and work with you on.
So you can go up to 100, but you can keep it small too, like a rehearsal dinner or something
Correct.
like that. Yeah. And you also have a patio?
A patio outside, yes.
Okay. And is that something folks can reserve for
Yes.
an event?
Yep,
Maybe
we can definitely do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick before it gets cold.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm curious to know. You had mentioned that you can really work with anybody. Does that mean like food-wise, like you don't have to just stick with what's on the menu? Or?
Correct. And if
Wow.
you have any special needs, I've gone to culinary school. I've gone through nutrition classes, and that way I can focus on like if there's certain dietary needs that we
Sure.
can definitely accommodate with gluten-free and different allergies.
Sure.
Very good to know.
Yeah, I think that's very good to know for people who might think that I can't do that because typically they can't cater towards me, but you can really do that, which is awesome. And I think it's worth mentioning. We talked a little bit about this before we started the interview today. That you guys are really not your average supper club. Some people might look at the menu and think, "Oh, it's a supper club," but upon further inspection, they realize it's something a little bit more special than that. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we go a little bit more exotic. We like to incorporate a lot of weekly specials that change throughout the month, and we do a lot of cultural changes within the menu.
Sure.
We like to venture out to things like fish tacos.
Yeah.
Then we'll go as far as nachos, and
Sure.
and then we do our house burgers that are very popular.
Sure. And it sounds like you're always kind of revamping and trying to keep things fresh, and you're not letting it just sit on the menu for months and months at a time. You're always trying to get new things in there and get people to try new things as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But having said that, you've also mentioned that your good staples, like you have a Friday night fish fry, and what did you say, Saturday night prime rib?
Yep.
Saturday night prime rib. So those are just good classics that I think a lot of folks look forward to as well. And are you both there for those, or?
Yes.
Okay.
both of us.
And Paul's your right-hand man, you
Right-hand
said?
man, yes.
I want to know, since you're head chef, what do you recommend? You know what's good.
I would say our bacon wrapped shrimp.
Oh.
So
Bacon on anything, I think, really.
It doesn't really matter what's wrapping. It's bacon is fine.
Bacon wrapped bacon is
Bacon
always
wrapped
good.
anything is fine. Yeah. So, how does that prepare? Talk to us a little bit about how that's prepared.
well, we thaw our shrimp. We get nice jumbo shrimp. Take a full piece of bacon, wrap it around your shrimp, so that way we're not skimping on the bacon.
Of course.
Fry it up, and we put it on our house-made pico de gallo,
Okay.
homemade fried tortilla chips, and then we put our shrimp on there, and then with our house remoulade.
Wow.
You had to ask.
Yes. Yes. Again, if your mouth isn't watering right now, if you're not just salivating. So, what's the best way for people to get in contact with you, whether they want to, book the banquet hall or the patio or catering or anything? What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Call the Prairie House and ask for Jody Gravigal, and she's our banquet and front of the house manager, and she'll be taking care of that for us.
Okay.
And before we go, if you could describe your experience there and what experience you're hoping to give to your patrons, what would you say?
I'd say we're looking to give a more high-class, real dining experience, not one where you go around and you order food and then leave. We want you to experience something you can be comfortable with and something that will make you come back.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
That's
Something you're
excellent.
comfortable with, something that'll make you come back. Well put.
All right. Well, thanks to both you folks. This is Joel and Paul. They're both chefs over at Prairie House Food and Spirits in Prairie du Sac. And if you want to check out those weekly specials, go to Facebook. We'll be right back with more right here at Courtesy Ford.